Coach, obviously the final is not the outcome you wanted, but talk about what you saw from the guys and how it went overall in your first time out this year.
Well, right, it's not where we wanted the result to be, without question. We got to coach better. We got to play a little better. All those things. I mean, there's just a lot of areas that we need to clean up. You know, there wasn't one collective or one single issue. There's a collective problems we got to fix. We'll do that. Our kids played hard. We had a good talk in the locker room after. We just got to get a lot of little things cleaned up.
That stretch right before the half, they score. You get the turnover, they score again.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of a backbreaker. That was a tough kind of thing to go into the halftime with. Talk about how that was. How tough was that to kind of overcome going into half that way?
Well, right, they had scored and trying to generate a drive going into the half for ourselves. We did have a turnover, and then they quickly struck right after that. So anytime you have a quick score after a turnover, that's always tough on a team, and especially where we had been trailing at that point. So, yeah, that certainly wasn't a good thing.
Offensively, just never a real true rhythm today, was there? It seemed like you guys had a couple plays here and then a couple plays where you kind of sputtered. Just never really got into a rhythm, did you?
No, we didn't. Penalties, missed assignments, we just had things. I know I could be in a better rhythm as a play caller. You know, we just had a lot of mistakes across the board, coaching and playing. Communication problems on the sideline, making sure, you know, it's just everything just needs to get better. Our whole process, our whole operation.
You get the big play from Thomas out of the second half. Kind of a lift. It looked like you guys were, you know, maybe one big offensive play after that to get right back into it. Talk about how that play kind of lifted you a little bit.
Well, of course, it was a great play. You know, defense was going hard, forced a turnover. Thomas then scooped it and ran it all the way back for a touchdown. So that's a great play for us. You know, of course, we would hope to build on that momentum as the game went on. We weren't able to as much as I would certainly want, but it was a great play by the defense, a great play by Thomas, being opportunistic.
Anything specific you kind of talked to him about in the post game here? Anything that kind of wanted to get across to these guys, you know, going forward into next week?
Well, I just had mentioned to them, you know, we've been together for a somewhat short period of time, and we've come together well as a unit, as a team, and as a football family. And this doesn't detract from that. It should have. And so we talked about those things. We talked about just getting right back to work tomorrow and getting ready for Upper Iowa. Whether we win or lose, it's the same thing. We just got to clear the game, move on, pass it, and get on to the next thing. So that's what we're planning on doing. We'll grade it, we'll evaluate it, and we'll get going.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.